Welcome to the Zoetis instructional video for the vaccination of cattle with Bovi-Shield MH-One. Zoetis provides two options for the effective vaccination of cattle with Bovi-Shield MH-One. These are the cattle 5ml selectable safe shot vaccinator, which allows you to safely administer a vaccine with minimal risk to the administrator and allows you to vaccinate in a very fast and simple way. The other option is the quick shot vaccinator, which is an effective disposable vaccinator that has been the standard vaccinator of choice by many Australian cattle producers over the decades. Australian surveillance shows that Mannheimia haemolytica, MH, is one of the most common bacterial components of the BRD complex. Bovi-Shield MH-One is a highly effective MH vaccine for on-farm protection from Mannheimia haemolytica. Bovi-Shield MH-One works fast, it provides protection within 7 days, and it lasts for at least 17 weeks. This vaccine ensures your cattle will have optimum protection from MH prior to weaning, backgrounding, or feedlot induction. Bovi-Shield MH-One comes as a concentrated vaccine in a freeze-dried presentation. This preserves the potency of the vaccine from the day it's manufactured until the day you use it. It works as a single-shot vaccine due to a unique adjuvant that comes with it. This means that the vaccine formulation has superior efficacy and safety over other traditional vaccines. In short, Bovi-Shield MH-One vaccine is a highly effective, potent MH vaccine that protects your cattle with a single dose. When using a vaccinator, it's important that you take your time, calmly handle the animals and ensure that human safety is a priority. Correct use of a vaccinator will increase your safety, reduce the risk of adverse events, and improve the overall vaccination experience. Prior to vaccinating, make sure you read the label. Every vaccine has a unique registered label that provides important information and instructions that need to be followed to ensure the vaccine is delivered safely and effectively. The label explains the disease the vaccine protects against, information regarding the product efficacy, steps for safety of the animals, the environment and the operator, instructions regarding how to store the vaccine and how to dispose of used containers. Check the expiry date on all vaccines to ensure that the oldest vaccines in the fridge are used first. There's no withhold period for any Zoetis vaccine. Each Bovi-Shield MH-One carton has a unique identifier which enables the vaccine to be used in pre-vaccination programs for feeder cattle. Talk to your local buyer for how you can participate with their feeder cattle program. If you or someone you are working with observes a suspected adverse event, including human exposure or an animal reaction, with any Zoetis product, please contact our product support team on 1800 814 883. It's important to set up the vaccinator correctly and undertake regular maintenance for best results and to ensure user safety. Treat the applicator as if there is always a needle attached to reduce the risk of accidental human exposure. When you start, visually check to ensure there's no needle attached. To remove or attach a needle, use the orange needle tool supplied or pliers, ensuring the protective shroud remains attached. Always check there is no product in the applicator or draw-off tube for both your safety and that of everyone around you. Check the barrel is tight on the vaccinator. Tighten clockwise if needed. Calibration is important with any vaccinator you choose to use with Bovi-Shield MH-One. The device must be calibrated prior to use every time to ensure accurate dosing and to minimise wastage. To calibrate your vaccinator, ensure there's no needle attached. Then connect the draw-off tube with the open end in clean water. Ensure the vaccinator is higher than the water source and prime by pumping the handle with the vaccinator, initially pointing downwards to eliminate all the air. Carefully finish priming in an upwards position so the barrel will be completely filled with water. Test the dose accuracy by using a graduated measuring receptacle. Bovi-Shield MH-One is a 2 ml vaccine dose per animal. First, set the dose rate at 2 ml and then apply 20 full doses of water into a measuring receptacle. This should equal 40 ml. There may be a fault if this doesn't occur. With a fail, check the setup and retry. These steps should be followed with either the cattle 5 ml selectable safe shot vaccinator or the quick shot vaccinator. Before use, read the product leaflet. Remove the Bovi-Shield MH-One vaccine pack out of the fridge and open all contents. You will need the Bovi-Shield MH-One glass vaccine vial, the plastic bottle of sterile diluent, transfer spike and a draw-off tube. Shake the liquid diluent prior to reconstitution. Insert the transfer spike into the top of the plastic bottle containing the liquid diluent first by twisting and pushing at the same time. Hold both bottles horizontally and line up the spike coming out of the diluent with the centre of the top of the glass vaccine vial containing the freeze-dried vaccine. Invert so that the glass vaccine vial is sitting on the table and the diluent bottle is upside down above it, and very quickly push down and twist the spike through the vaccine vial top. Doing this quickly will ensure you do not lose the vacuum in the glass vaccine vial. The vacuum in the glass vaccine vial will suction the liquid diluent in where it can mix with the Bovi-Shield MH-One freeze-dried pellet. If the glass vaccine vial containing the Bovi-Shield MH-One freeze-dried pellet is accidentally punctured first and the vacuum lost, the liquid diluent can be pushed through the transfer spike. This is achieved by repeatedly squeezing the plastic bottle containing the diluent until all of the liquid is transferred in with the Bovi-Shield One freeze-dried pellet. Remove the empty plastic bottle and the transfer spike from the top of the glass vaccine vial. Gently swirl, don't shake, to completely dissolve the Bovi-Shield MH-One freeze-dried pellet. Many Zoetis injectable vaccines are registered to use with a draw-off tube. Insert the spigot, which is fixed to the middle of the yellow draw-off assembly cap, into the centre of the Bovi-Shield MH-One vaccine rubber stopper. Push the yellow draw-off assembly cap on until it clicks to ensure a firm fit is achieved. Ensure the vaccinator is higher than the Bovi-Shield MH-One vaccine and prime by pumping the handle with the vaccinator tip initially pointing downward to eliminate all of the air. Carefully finish priming in an upwards position until the barrel is completely filled with vaccine. Caution should be taken not to squirt the vaccine towards people. For air pockets in the draw-off tube, gently shake the vaccine packet while it's above the vaccinator until the air recedes back into the vaccine pack. When changing to a new pack, ensure a new draw-off tube pack is used each time. These steps should be followed with either the cattle 5 ml selectable safe shot vaccinator or the quick shot vaccinator. For best practice vaccination, we recommend using the cattle 5 ml selectable safe shot vaccinator, which has a fully covered shrouded needle to minimise the chance of accidental needle stick injuries. The vaccinator has a specially designed shroud that is easily pushed forward against the animal to self-tent the skin and enable single-handed vaccination. This is not only fast and simple, but it enables your trailing hand to be kept away from the site of vaccination. The cattle selectable safe shot can be used for all your key Zoetis cattle vaccines, such as Ultravax 7-in-1, 5-in-1, Pestigard, Vibravax, long range, and of course Bovi-Shield MH-One. It has consistent needle depth control and is designed to reduce needle bending or breakage. It also has a variable dose dial, so the dose can be easily adjusted to administer differing dose rates, 2, 2.5 or 5 ml doses. Needle selection is important for best practice vaccination. Zoetis recommends you use a 16 gauge, 1/2 inch or 12mm needle and administer with a vaccinator at a 45-degree angle to the skin. This will direct the vaccine into the subcutaneous space under the skin, ensuring the vaccine reaches maximum efficacy while minimising any site reactions. When using the cattle 5ml selectable safe shot vaccinator, the specially designed shroud will grip the animal's skin and mechanically tent the skin before the needle penetrates and the injection of the vaccine occurs. To attach the needle, don't remove the shroud. Just use the orange needle tool supplied, the needle cap or needle nose pliers. When using the quick shot vaccinator to attach the needle, remove the orange needle nut from the tip of the vaccinator. With this needle cap on, position the needle hub into the slot in the needle nut and then screw the needle and nut back onto the quick shot vaccinator tip. Careful not to over tighten the needle nut as this may damage the retaining lug. For all vaccinators, attach the needle so the beveled edge, the flat open edge of the needle, will be parallel with the skin. Change your needles regularly, about every 50 to 100 doses during the day, or if the needle becomes burred or dirty. This is to make sure the vaccine achieves maximum effectiveness and doesn't cause any site reactions. Make sure you place used needles into a certified sharps container. Whether cattle are in a crush or a confined space, it is important they're restrained so that they don't move during vaccination. Avoid vaccinating cattle when wet or in dusty yards. Avoid vaccinating through soiled skin and, if required, clean the skin with paper towel. Put the vaccinator on its side so you have visibility of the vaccination area and the vaccinator tip. Vaccinate at a 45-degree angle to the skin. The vaccine should be given high up on the side of the neck to minimise site reactions and possible carcass trim. For the cattle 5ml selectable safe shot vaccinator, push the vaccinator forward against the animal to self-tent the skin with its specially designed shroud. Squeeze the vaccinator handle to inject the vaccine. The vaccine should be injected under the skin in the subcutaneous space. This ensures the vaccine reaches maximum efficacy while minimising any site reactions. When using the quick shot vaccinator, the tenting of the skin is a manual operation and more care will need to be taken to avoid personal injury. When it's safe to do so, with the hand holding the vaccinator, insert the needle subcutaneously under the skin at a 45-degree angle and push the rear plunger until it comes to a complete stop. If the situation is not safe, wait until the animal is calm and it's deemed safe to proceed, and then attempt vaccination again. Whenever you're vaccinating and feel resistance during the vaccination process, you may not be injecting into the subcutaneous space and possibly the muscle or skin. If this occurs, stop and begin the vaccination process again at a nearby site. Clean-up and maintenance of these vaccinators should be undertaken at the end of the day's work. Always use gloves when cleaning your equipment. Ensure there's no needle attached or product remaining in the applicator or draw-off tube. Your safety and that of anyone around you is of importance. Fill a container of adequate size with clean, warm water and mild detergent. For the cattle 5ml selectable safe shot vaccinator, first remove the needle by using the orange needle tool, needle cap or pliers. Dispose of the needle in a certified sharps container. Immerse the applicator into the water and prime it with the exit and entry orifices remaining underwater. Gently squeeze the handle 20 to 30 times. Remove and inspect. The vaccinator barrel can be accessed and more thoroughly cleaned by removing the shroud through depressing the black clip underneath on the shroud slide. Then unscrew the barrel. Wash this thoroughly to remove all dirt and foreign material. keep the shroud slide and applicator clean with a quick scrub. Always rinse with clean, fresh water before reassembling the vaccinator. For the quick shot vaccinator, firstly place the needle cap over the needle, then unscrew the needle nut. The needle is safe to remove from the nut by using the needle cap or a pair of pliers. Dispose of the needle in a certified sharps container. The quick shot vaccinator can be more thoroughly cleaned. Immerse the applicator into the water and prime it with the exit and entry orifices remaining underwater. Gently squeeze the handle 20 to 30 times. Remove and inspect. Wash this thoroughly to remove all material and clean the applicator further with a quick scrub. Always rinse with clean fresh water before reassembling the vaccinator. To reassemble, apply food-grade vegetable oil to the O-ring of the vaccinator, then reattach the barrel tightly. Apply a drop of oil into the inlet spigot and then pump the handle several times. These steps should be followed with either the cattle 5ml selectable safe shot vaccinator or the quick shot vaccinator. Always dispose of your needles correctly in a certified sharps container. Applicators and empty product packs should be carefully placed in landfill garbage. For storage, always clean and lubricate the applicators and keep in a clean, dry place, and they'll be ready to go when you next need them. Thank you very much for watching. I trust you found this informative, and if you have any questions, please visit Livestock Solutions on the Zoetis website for further information.